I was actually very nervous to come because I feel like this was sort of our last resort for getting answers and getting help before we took extreme measures. Yesterday we had our first reevaluation, and I have to say I was fighting off tears most of the day because we've made leaps in his progress in just the 2 days that we've been here already. He was not seeing depth with it, and then he started shutting it down and it turned in, just one of his eyes. And we have done vision therapy for a few years and then took a little break and then decided we wanted to have a neurology consult, and that's how we ended up here.
The short version is she had emergency surgery, and her type of stroke was a frontal lobe stroke, left side. Only 14% of people survive, from what I'm understanding, and Ashley's a miracle. She survived.
Compared to many concussion patients and many patients here, I'm actually fairly fortunate because my symptoms were, I would say, minimal. You know, the main symptom is a fogginess across my head and some issues with my eyes. You know, at some point you reach your wit's end and figure out you got to try something new, and you know, I was fortunate enough to find the center.
I had had a stroke that left me completely paralyzed down the left side of my body. Up until now, I've been doing nonstop occupational therapy to try to get use back of my hand and my shoulder and my leg. And when I came across this clinic, it looked like something new, something that I hadn't tried, and trying to get over the hump that I've been in for what seems like a long time.
But it's new. Like, a lot of people still don't believe that. You know, it's like back in the day we used to think, okay, if something in your brain died, it's dead forever. You're never getting it back. And current research is showing that that's actually not the case.
The sophistication of the diagnostics really allow the team here to pinpoint what's wrong, and then put together in some ways it's put together the plan to build you back up.
And the approach that we take is very specific to each patient. We really take a look at what is happening with that individual as opposed to looking at what's happening with their condition.
Each patient's going to be different. Every brain is as different as a fingerprint, so we'll be able to create a customized treatment plan for the patient and the brain that I have in front of me, not necessarily the list of symptoms that they might share with someone else.
We've done a lot of traditional therapies. She's gone to some of the finest rehabs. However, she's not where she wants to be yet. So Ashley wants to improve, and we're by her side trying to help her get her life back, basically.
The vision therapy has been wonderful, but we kept hitting walls there. And I believe it's because of the things that we learned here that we hadn't known yet. Other things going on with his brain and with his inner ears that were missed because of just different diagnostics.
You know, already on Wednesday I was trying to get to the clinic for my session, and it was starting to rain, so I started to jog, and I realized that I hadn't moved my arms that symmetrically, you know, in as long as I can remember. I mean, it really felt invigorating to run it like as if I was running with my torso for the first time in a long time. So, that was just on Wednesday. That was after only 2 days. So that was sort of the aha. Now, I'm trying to get the most out of my last few sessions.
I'm improving. I'm very hopeful. Because I rely on others lots. Because I rely on others all the time. I'll be able to be independent again.
I don't expect to leave here feeling 100% better. But what's really positive is, between the diagnostics I did on Monday and the diagnostics we did on Wednesday, to see real measurable progress in a day and a half after 4 treatment sessions, then I have a lot of confidence that I'm fixing that foundation, and then the symptoms that I experience will alleviate on their own.
Yeah, we're very pleased, and I would definitely recommend anyone to come here. it's just an amazing place with up and coming medicine.
I can't believe it took us this long to realize this is what we needed. Maybe we had to exhaust our other options first to get to the point where this would help us. But I am so grateful that we knew enough to seek this out, and so happy that we came.